Well, hi and welcome to my shop, and thanks for joining me here today. I'm going to fix this radio today. That's my plan. That's right. I am going to fix it. You see right there is a potential replacement potentiometer. Potentiometer. I'm going to replace the volume control here with this. This is supposed to be a 1 megohm volume control with a tap on the back about 50% or so. This is a 1.3 megohm volume control. Looks like it's meant for stereo use. Oh, it's really stiff. Meant for stereo use. But it has taps. 2. Which is quite common for serious stereos, serious high fidelity stuff, where they really want to affect the loudness or create the loudness effect, on low volume with the higher bass, higher treble. And having 2 tabs helps them be a little more precise how they achieve that. I only need 1. Which one is a good guess? Probably this one here. It looks like it's halfway. So there we go. I have a chance here. In fact, I have 2 chances. I have 2 controls. Now, one drawback is the shaft. It's just a little short. So if we compare it, I've got one up here with the knob off. If we compare it, this is going to settle in right here. Wow. Okay, so that's pretty close. That's pretty close. I'll worry about that when I have to, because I'm going to go ahead and install it. I actually have a couple others. Turns out I have a pretty good supply of these. These aren't really old. These are more from the 60s, I would say. And these are really intended for Nordmendy portable radios, or Nordmendy radios anyway. That's what these are designed for, but it's going to go in here. Well, isn't that just the greatest thing? It kind of is. I really ended yesterday's video thinking, wow, I'm probably going to either have to buy something, which I don't do, right? I do my best to not just buy stuff to fix things. I try to come up with some way to do it without money being involved. Okay. So we're just going to nip everything off there all at once. Is that the plan? And just stick it all on here and hope it works. Or should I set this up with clip leads and all kinds of stuff like that? See what happens. Should I solder these all in on a gamble? How far wrong can I go with this? I can't go very far wrong. Okay. It's a choice of nipping the wires or not. I think I'm just going to nip them rather than try to desolder them. That one I can leave. I can leave. It's already cut. That's it. So there's some recent news about shortwave. Some very large shortwave broadcasters are going to be leaving the air in the next year or so, which is really caused me to rethink a lot of stuff. I'm just digging around for a screwdriver here. Oh, for crying out loud. gets to shortwave international broadcasting, of course, I'm in North America, and there's literally nothing aimed here. So if you do pick up something, you're picking up a signal really intended for somewhere else, except for one thing. And this is another part of me rethinking things. Here in North America, the one thing you can pick up from North America, in North America, is a pile of American religious broadcasts, which I don't normally listen to, but you know, a dearth of things to listen to. I had one playing the day before yesterday while I was doing some other work, just letting it play along and listening to what they're saying, and it disturbed me. I don't know how else to put it. I ended up being quite disturbed by what I was hearing. It's not the religious part, it's the political part. And because now, at least in the United States, religion and politics are the same thing. Let me cut this down. There it is. And you know, I'm going to turn on my shortwave radio and end up feeling bad and disturbed from it. That's really going the wrong direction. So we put this guy on the meter and just see, now that it's out in the clear, if it's happy to work. Hope not. Just clip on the outside terminals here. Yeah, it's going to settle in at 5. I'm going to put it on the slider, and I'm going to turn the control here. Just see how steady the numbers go up. It's kind of a bogus test in a way. So I reached 1 million ohms. Yeah, it's roughly a fifth of the turn, maybe. 2, 3. Seems really, seems like it should be a 5. Now I tried to read this guy here, and I couldn't see. Now I can see. So let's take a look at it on the close-up camera and see what appears. Eight 1 0 0 3. Well, I think that's just a stocking number. Could that be a million? I don't know. If we have success with the other one, I'll open this one up and we'll look inside, see what happened to it, see how they made it. But now it's all about the other one. So there's a little tiny nubbin there, which I have to get rid of. I hope my stomach's not coming over the video because for some reason it's a little noisy this morning. Okay. This lock washer doesn't want to go on. Now if I put this on the, it's better on the outside. It's gonna put it on the inside here. It's going to cause the volume control shaft to be recessed just a wee bit more. Oh, that's kind of. up. Go through, please go through. Oh, for crying out loud. Don't you know the hole is not big enough? Didn't really figure on that one. Oh my gosh, I gotta drill this radio. Shoot. Let's just see how far can a drill bit go through here and not hit anything all the way. Okay, get my drill and some bits. Okay, let's see what. Uh-oh, that's my big one. I only need just a little wee bit. I have a stupidly big one here. Well, it's not so stupid. It's definitely big. Yeah, it's very big. It's too big. Uh-oh, I gotta go rummaging now. See if I can find a good sized bit. Uh-oh. Since my new drills have failed me, I must revert to my collection of second string drill bits here. Oh boy, there's got to be something in there that's going to work. Let me just put these others back. Okay. My father-in-law was a machinist, and this is some of the leftovers from him, basically. That looks a little too big. Leftovers left behind. I think a lot of these are exactly the same size. Let's see where we're at here. This looks just like the big one I had from the other. This looks good. Come on, baby. There it is. This is the guy. Feels sharp. This is the guy. Uh-oh. Oh! Come on, go in there. Wow, I'm being defeated from both ends at once here. I'm just drilling a hole here. Yeah, people might think the challenges in working on these radios is all about electrons, but not always. Come on, you can do it. I don't know. Do I have another drill somewhere? Man, this is my old drill from so long ago I don't even want to say. Okay, how about this one? Oh, that's big enough for sure. Oh my gosh. So this unit I picked up at a yard sale a couple of years ago. I've never used it. I'm going to use it now. It's going to require a little bit of attention here, I think. I need the key. I need to find a key. Oh, another challenge. Just going down the rabbit hole here. I found a key, but there's no way it's not big enough. Another key. Oh no. And I mentioned I've never used this. I just realized this is a hammer drill. Hammer drill. Has the hammer control up here. Looks like it says drill. This looks like a hammer when it's in the middle. The middle is nowhere. Wow, okay. I'm gonna hammer my way through the chassis. Sounds exciting. Well, I'm pretty sure I picked this up without a key, not realizing it needs a big key. I'm just gonna have to do this in some brutal fashion here. There we go. Luckily it's just stuck a bit. Okay, that was this guy, wasn't it? Well, good thing I picked this up this way. It's probably not nearly as tight as it could or should be, but it's probably good enough to go through the hole there. What a beast of a drill. That's why I bought it. I saw it at a yard sale. They wanted almost no money for it. Cord was in good shape. That's about all I needed to see. What do we got here? We got direction. It's got a little direction arrow on it. Looks like that means drill in. Drill in. Drill. Don't hammer. Speed? Does it have variable speed? Is it variable? We're going to find out in a moment. Warning. Better read the warning. To reduce the risk of injury, user must read and understand the instructions. Always wear eye protection. The eye protection is a pretty good idea, actually. Let's see if it works. I don't even know if this works. Okay. Hot diggity dog. Sounds a little rough. Really smell the ozone come out of it. Okay, baby, we're not going to fool around. I'm going to drill this thing. All the parts, all the tubes are in there. You know, I'm going to shake the living daylights out of the tubes. We can't have that. I'm going to pull them all out. I think everything else can be shook quite a bit, but not these tubes. The very rapid vibration actually is quite shocking, I think. We're going to pull them all out. Okay. Are we ready? I think so. I got a little eye protection. Now if I push on this, look at this thing. I can't hold this with one hand. Tough. Toughy. Okay, man, just get through there quick. How about we just cut the volume back a little bit here. Okay, that's a strong drill. Yeah, but it needs to be a lot tighter. So, what have I got here in terms of big, honking, grippy wrenches? I have to go get another tool here. Okay, channel locks should do it. Okay, that was a sound of He-Man muscularity there. Now, okay, you gonna be able to hang on this time? Hey, got partway through the hole already. Ooh, wow. Hot diggity dog. I had no idea I'd be drilling holes in this radio. Okay, put that there. And now, will this make it through that hole? Voila! Fantastic. Okay, that part of the trauma is over. Okay, so let me prepare the ends of the wires here. Hoping all these are going to be long enough. This red one. It's a little hard to get to. So that pair of channel locks I just used, those were my dad's channel locks when I was a kid. So I used those channel locks. Oh, that wire just felt like it just dropped right off something. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Where'd that come from? Uh-oh. New chapter in the story. This is the this is the red one that comes from the tab. Okay, so I'm just drawing a blank as to where it goes. You'd think after studying this so long I'd know where every wire and every part goes, but oh man, that's not good at all. There's no solder on this. Okay, alrighty. I'll have to look at the schematic. Figure this out. Oh my gosh, wait a minute, not the schematic. I have an even better diagram. I have my own diagram. The red wire comes from here, comes around, ties to the center point between the two. Yeah, goes right in here. Tell me that was never soldered? It must have been making enough connection to do something. That's unbelievable. No, it's not unbelievable. It's quite believable. Quite believable. So I should probably solder this guy back first to where it needs to go. Wow. Come up around this way, in fact. It's got to get up onto the back of this. This is pretty big now. This is quite a ways up there. But it'll certainly get there. Okay, I think maybe I need to solder this wire right in there right now. You'd think with all the messing around with that wire, if it really wasn't soldered, it would have come off earlier. But once again, it doesn't matter what somebody thinks. Nope. Something wrong with this wire. It's got to be soldered there. front. Okay, now I've got to prepare the end of this cable. The blue wire here should be easy. And the black wire, this is really difficult to do. Maybe I need to unsolder it, swing it out, and then solder it back in. This chopping tool's a little on the big side. Not a lot of wire here to play with either. That's one maybe I should have pulled that off instead of cutting it. Yeah, I can't do it with this. Okay. Just need a little wee bit showing. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to cut the rubber insulation without cutting the conductor. Well, a lot of these, once you get them done a little bit, you can pull it off, but not this. I got this pulled out further here. I can get that tool in there now. I've become lazy with this tool. Okay. Bingo! She's done. Okay, so that's all the wires. This blue one over there. And what? Tell me another one fell out of here. So this is the one that comes back from the volume control. Wow, I'm looking underneath this diagram. This is the one that's, so it comes from the here all the way down to here. It looks like a long journey, but it's not. All the way down to here. Yeah, that's where it goes. It meets up with the capacitor. Oh my gosh. Was this the problem the whole time? Is bad solder? I can't believe that. Because I fooled around with virtually every connection in here. Yes, Shadow, what are you doing here? Leaving. Leaving. Somehow I thought this would be a 5-minute process this morning. I'd come in, boom, boom, whoops, and this would be done. You're just going to have to hold it in place while I solder it. Okay. Oh, that's good. This is a terminal just being used for connections, and I just wiped the other connection right off the terminal here. Let's go on backwards. It's all going to just drop off as soon as I melt it. Ah, it all just fell off. Ah. If you're working with nice new wires, you can just kind of wrap them right around the terminal. Oh, this has come off the other end now. This is just a bag of cold solder joints here. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh. This is a terrible situation. Feel my patience running out. How about some COVID news from Canada while I'm doing this? The situation in Canada is very complex now. We have some provinces and areas like mine. Things are going down now, quite clearly. Other areas that things are going up, and there's no room to go up. The hospitals are full. This is in Manitoba. They're sending patients away from Manitoba to other provinces to be treated. So I think everybody, just like me, is wondering, well, why was this allowed to happen? There were people saying, steps needed to be taken way back when they were saying that. And governments hesitated, you don't want the 4-week shutdown, so you hesitate 2 weeks, now you got a 6-week shutdown, or you hesitate 1 more week, now you got an 8-week shutdown to try to clean things out. It's not complicated. You can see those jurisdictions that took hard action very fast when they have very low numbers, kept them low. That's like Australia and New Zealand. Seem to have behaved the way you should in these situations, and ultimately they're better off. That's such short-sighted politicians, or as I'm telling my wife all the time, that politicians are scared out of their wits and they don't know what to do, and they get, since they are not experts themselves. Politicians are experts in winning elections and not much else. And I'm not saying they're stupid people or not capable. They're not experts at anything except winning elections. Oh, some of them are, I guess, career people with careers. Now, what was I going to solder? I have to solder the red wire at the same time. So now, you know, they let it get out of control, then they suddenly bring down the hammer, then they run around trying to pretend that somehow they're saving us. I don't think they're fooling anybody. There's another political game being played here in Canada called Blame the Other Guy, Blame the Other Level. You know, we have 3 levels of government here: municipal, provincial, and federal. The provincial and federal levels are laid out in our Constitution. So they stand on their own, so to speak. This leads to the provinces sensing a lot of independence from the federal government, and the provinces have a lot of responsibilities that the federal government does not. Healthcare, for instance, is the one that would be critical. So instead of kind of working together as a unit between the federal and provincial governments, depending upon the politics of the day, and the politics of the day are federal government is one party, many of the provinces are led by the other party or another party. So in the midst of all this happening, they start playing political competition games, you know. He didn't do it fast enough. It's not me, it's him. They didn't tell us in time. It's not me, it's him. On and on and on and on it goes. To me, it's extremely unprofessional, too. You stand up to be a politician, you stand up to take the heat, don't you? Isn't that what you're doing? You're saying, okay, you know, the old American comment. This is the first time I'm fitting this in. And it's actually pretty tight in there. The buck stops here, right? And that's what the American president used to say. One of them used to say. One of the latest ones said the opposite. No buck in sight. No buck in sight. No buck stopping here. Guess I should put the log washers on here. Oh, here we go again with this little log washer. So I think what I've seen here in Canada is the public service systems have stood up to the challenge as best they can, and have really, and I'm sure in most countries that's what happens. The people who are right at the front line go ahead and do the thing, you know, while the politicians do their best not to get hurt. And you know, I mean, if you're a skilled politician, this is a great opportunity, isn't it? Isn't this just what you wanted? Isn't this what you wanted? A chance to, you know, save the day, a chance to come in and be the hero, you know, a chance to really lead people forward. Wow. I think our, you know, be a very political opinion here. I don't like to share my opinion too much, but I think that the federal government is demonstrating the right behaviors. Our provincial government just doesn't seem to want to stand up and lead us, you know, lead us out of this schmozzle. What I mean by that is, here we have pretty good compliance with face masks and stuff like that. It's really the job of the political leaders to convince us to do the right thing, to do what's good for us in situations where some of us might not quite get it. And or like a vaccine hesitancy. You know, good political leadership can help with that problem. And not all hesitancy is irrational. If people are thinking very rationally, and they can be presented with rational arguments about why to take the vaccine, just makes it there. Wow. But our political leadership seems more involved with, frankly, the provincial level. Again, I'm being political. If you're a Canadian, you live here in Ontario, you're listening to me talk about things you have your own opinion on. They just don't seem to see themselves as leaders. Really, I mean, yeah, they stand up there and they give you the rules in that, but it's not, you know, a powerful motivator. I'll see if I can get that resistor up there. The way it's done. Oh, that's not going to make it. I'll have to put a little guy in there. Now these have to go all the way down here. This has to go. Well, that's not even going to make it. Ah. Okay, so I'm going to, before I say too many things here, I'm going to stop the video and just carry on with the work on my own and get it done. It's getting too fiddly. Okay, we've reached the moment of truth here. Boy, I just realized I never did test that volume control in any way before sticking it in the radio. Cross my fingers. Volume down. We're on the broadcast band. We're on the first setting, tone-wise. Speaker connected. No antenna to start. Dim bulbs. Are you ready? Okay, I don't expect any big disaster or anything, but all is good. I'll put it on full. Volume's turned right down right now. So we should hear nothing. That's a good start. Oh, son of a gun. You gotta be kidding me. Oh. Oh my God, really? Well, we know it's not the volume control. Boy, how disappointing is that? That's very, very, very disappointing. Okay, well, have a great day. I'm going to try to put this out of my mind. I really had a lot of hope that this was going to work. And no. But, oh well. Okay, more to think about. I mean, I've eliminated something now, absolutely. So, what is it? What is it?